We hear that there's a mockumentary genre that you're working on, which is going to have more than 15 to 20 celebrities with you. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, probably more than 20 celebrities in it. We had to take this idea to a studio. They would kick us on our butts and tell us, get out of here. You know, they'd be like, तुम पागल हो गए हो तुम सब. They would say, जाओ तुम दूध पी लो. हाँ, जाओ. Somebody would think mental asylum में भेज दो उसको.
Oh my.
But we made the film.
Is it true that you and Sanjay sir are going to be sharing screen space for the first time?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
We are first time.
So when do we get to see this?
When do you want to see it?
We want to see it right now. Let's premiere it on Bollywood Hungama.
I think within the month y'all will get some news. Hi guys, this is Zayed Khan and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Speaking about what's happening currently with you, we hear that there's a mockumentary genre that you're working on, which is going to have more than 15 to 20 celebrities with you. Tell us a little bit about it.
Wow, alright, so yes, probably more than 20 celebrities in it. So this was post second wave of COVID or just in between second wave of COVID. There was a so let me just go back to about a year and a half back. I was in a very low phase of my life, in the sense that I had gone too much in not taking care of myself because of all the attempts I had made to go and meet people, and I've heard so many no's from people that I almost forgot that I had ever been a star, and I was very, very low. And I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you have lovely people around you that can help you out and stuff, but that's got nothing to do with why somebody should cast you. You know, it's a new world, and you know, like I say, every Friday counts. So I was not at my best, and a very dear friend of mine, Asim, he walks in and he just looks at me and he says, "Man, you're such a lovely guy and you're such a good looking guy. What the hell are you doing?" So I said, "Asim, I mean, I'm working something out. Let's see, you know, what's happening." I didn't tell him that I've just went to a bunch of studios and I tried my best to use my charm, and none of that really worked out. So he told me, he's like, "You'll do a film for me?" So I said, I was confused. Like I was looking like a Bengal, you know, I was I was very lopsided and not taking care of myself. And I said, why would somebody tell me that only I do a film for him after I've just been rejected by God knows how many people and some really dear near friends. And he just looks at me and he says, "Bro, you don't know what you are. The best is yet to come from you." Bang! Like, again, eureka moment. Again, something ignited inside of me. I have to do this. There's somebody's belief, like right here, telling me that all those people are wrong. I'm going to latch on to it. And then he came up with a draft, and it was a mockumentary. It was like already your soul was so disturbed, and then the butt of all jokes is you. And I was like confused. Like, there's always a catch to life, right? Like here I was thinking probably saying action movie or something like that, and something else lands up. And I saw it though. I saw what he was getting at. And I told him, I said, "Asim, can we do this? Forget that you're going to hurt any of my feelings. I want you to go full Monty on this. hurt my feelings but make it bloody funny while doing it. And because their first draft was always missing that thing, because they didn't want to hurt me
Hurt
too.
you, yeah.
The second draft came and I realized that we had something. Then we sat down for 6 months and wrote the entire thing together. And by the end of it, we all just looked in our faces and we said, did we just write something like this? And then it was about executing this
Yeah.
bloody idea, which was bizarre. I mean, it was, if we had to take this idea to a studio, they would kick us on our butts and tell us, get out of here. You know, they'd be like, तुम पागल हो गए हो तुम सब. सच में, I'm not kidding. They would say, जाओ तुम दूध पी लो, हाँ जाओ जाओ. वैसे literally, they would have shut us off. And I wouldn't blame them because like it's like literally somebody would think mental asylum में भेज दो उसको.
Oh my.
But we made the film. It was a labor of love, but it was the best experience as I had in Mehuna in this film while making the film. And we were in some other zone. We had reached Twilight Zone while making this film. Everybody came together. Everybody was on the same page. Every person started to see we have something. Something is coming. Something is happening in this. And the energy levels started to pick up. And we made the film and we had 100 people as a focus group from the ages of 10 to 90. And they all just loved it. They, like, all of them, from 10 to 90. And mind you, it is a very difficult thing to do, to get a full audience to like something.
Right.
And we all were looking at each other and we're like, man, did we really make this? Did we really like do this? And touch wood, I mean, it's right now being bought over by an OTT.
Okay.
And their team called us up and they said, this is one of the best films you've ever seen in our lives. And I know why they were saying that. I'm still sort of digesting this because it's not any OTT. And I'm just totally charged in self-belief again. You see, one problem that happens with OTT cinema, OTT films, is that there was a guy who comes to me with a script, and I read the script and, you know, I told him, I said, man, I don't know, I'm not really vibing with your script, man. So he said, see Zayed, this is the data that they've given us. We've written it accordingly and they love it. I'm like, okay, that's extremely regressive, right? Because tell me something, if you are going by the data of what is working and you're still making stuff that is not hitting home,
Yeah.
can you tell me what the data on Friday will be? Can you give me the formula to the next hit film? Can you write me an algorithm that will tell me that this Friday my film will work or whatever money I've put into this?
Yeah.
He was blank. I was like, that's why independent cinema must take over. People must take risks. People have to. Because that's the only way to show that we can't be governed by a set of rules. You know, that, oh, this people like this much and from this time to this time, these people watch and this time, these people watch. And I mean, that is like inverted thinking. It's like you know, like an implosion of a building.
And we've seen examples of so many films that when released weren't a hit, but now they're known as cult classics.
Yeah, so why? You see, everybody, like even a Farhan when he did Dil Chahta Hai, I remember watching the premiere of that and I was bloody laughing my pants off, like the screening. And all the other elderly people were like wondering, like, why the hell am I laughing my pants off? And I knew why.
Yeah.
But Farhan was also, I remember, very like jittery, you know, because it was not that age of that kind of film. But I remember clearly laughing like a, and see, so if you don't sort of push the boundaries and take risks and you know tell storytelling which is like you know close to the bone, but what happens here, there are too many checks and balances that are happening, and there are too many people involved that should not, according to me, be involved in the creative process.
Yes.
And I'm not saying this bitterly. I'm saying this in a way that can open up the senses and the minds of people. That, you know, that's why you had Quentin Tarantino's. That's why you had like Farhan Akhtar's. That's why you had like you know so many people who have done like you know these path-breaking kind of films,
Right.
like Zoya, for instance. Also, I mean, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Look at that. I mean, my kids, their friends, they perform scenes to that movie because they relate to it.
Right.
It's not like you know some person trying to like you know balance the act, telling
Yeah.
everybody else to do what their job is.
Right.
You know, it's like dictatorship almost, micromanaging creativity.
Right.
It's not a good space to be in. But having said that, man, you know, I don't want to say anything much. I'm sure everybody works really hard. It's tough on everybody.
So when do we get to see this? Any update on the release date?
When do you want to see it?
We want to see it right now. Like now. Let's premiere it on Bollywood Hungama.
Well, I think within the month y'all will get some news.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes, within the month.
And is it true that you and Sanjay sir are going to be sharing screen space for the first time? Or do I know too much?
It was a hell of a day. Yes,
Oh, wow.
we are first time going to be sharing screen space together, and it was nerve-wracking to say the least, because the last time I worked with my father, I played Tipu Sultan's son as a child artist, Moyuddin, and that was the first time I was with my father on screen, but like as an adult, yes.
Yeah. This is so exciting, Zayed. We've had such a great conversation on you and getting to know you a little bit more, and with all your positivity and the things that you've told us, it truly is such a fun time knowing you, knowing the real Zayed Khan. So thank you so much for that. One thing that you'd like to, tell your fans, what is it that you're working on right now apart from this film?
There are a couple of things that have all of a sudden, I don't know, I don't know whether they called it luck or times have changed,
Yeah.
or but I've been getting a lot of interest from a lot of people to be casted in their films. I am not going to rush it. But yes, my father has written a script, a big military saga on Brigadier Usman, who was a very celebrated soldier who was actually, if you go to the army and if you ask anybody who Brigadier Usman is, even now, he's known as Shera Shera No Shera. So he was an outstanding soldier and human being, and he martyred himself for his country. So Javed Siddiqui Saab has written the dialogues to this. My father's written the script. It's a very big movie, very tough, a role for me. So I'm looking through it right now. Let's see what happens. But what I would like to definitely end this with is, you see, in life, there are a lot of things that come at you and they make you want to believe that, these shortcuts are going to work for you. But remember something, guys, like, there's a beast in you and there's a giant in you. Tame the beast awaken the giant. You will realize what self-worth is. It's bigger than money, and it's bigger than frivolous things. So I wish all you guys the best. Be in touch with my movie TFTNW coming soon. And I'm actually going to give all you guys a little sneak peek after this is over. Hi guys, this is Zayed Khan and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.